We will go on the record in the matter 25 CF 156, State of Wisconsin versus Markeith Philippi. The state appears through Assistant District Attorney Jose Vila in person. Mr. Philippi appears by video conferencing in custody in Burnett County Jail. We have his attorney, Emma Hanu, in person. We're set today in this matter for a motion to modify bond. Ms. Hanu.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were requesting to convert the existing cash bond into a signature bond for the reason that Mr. Philippi in this case was given a deferred judgment of conviction. He is still beholden to the conditions of bond under that, as he's been incarcerated, sitting a sentencing after revocation sentence. He's obviously been unemployed and does not have the income to post that amount of bond. Allowing him to get a signature bond would allow him to be released, I believe it is next week, with the additional good time he was granted.
Why wasn't this changed on the 29th?
I think we just all overlooked it, Your Honor.
It should have been a signature bond back from January 29th when we had the plea and sentencing.
Yeah, I think part of it, I think we overlooked it because he was going to be sitting until May.
Yeah, so he really, how long, when does he sit until?
I believe it is next Wednesday. It would have.
Well, yeah. Here's the deal. The court is retroactively saying it's a signature bond back to January 29th, 2026, because that's when he entered into his deferred agreement. He doesn't get double time for sitting this when he's sitting another sentence. It should have been modified and changed. He should not be sitting on a cash bond for deferred judgment of conviction he's already pled to.
That works for us, Your Honor.
All right. And we're good to go.
Perfect.
Because we have nothing else to do in that case, right? We've already done the plea. We've already entered the deferred 1 year. We're good to go. All right. But he still has to pay $150 within 60 days of being released to the district attorney's office.
Yes.
Don't forget that, Mr. Markeith, or Mr. Philippi.
Yeah,
Okay?
I also the $60 to the letter. Or $50, I think it was.
Your Honor, you added a condition of writing an apology letter to the
That's
officer.
Right. Yes.
It was originally, the letter is complete. It's just he doesn't have the money. It's the same timeline as the administrative fee.
Yeah, the $50 within, by 60 days of release. Yep. Thanks, Mr. Philippi.
Yep.
Thank you. We're
and I will be
released.
I will be released on the 20th instead of the 3rd because I got put in inmate worker.
Yeah, the good time, the extra time. All right, good. I'm glad to hear. Thank you, Mr. Philippi.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Miss Gangelhoff's phone wasn't allowing me to get through. If I could just have a brief moment.
Go ahead. We will go on the record in the matters 25 CF 60, 25 TR 334, State of Wisconsin versus Kim Gangelhoff. The state appears through Assistant District Attorney Jose Vila in person. We have Ms. Gangelhoff appearing in person with her counsel, Emma Hanu. We're set for a plea and sentencing. Ms. Hanu, can you please update the court? Are we doing a plea and sentencing today?
Yes, Your Honor. I have a plea questionnaire waiver of rights in my hand. Today, Ms. Gangelhoff intends to enter into a plea to count 2 in 25 CF 60, possession of THC, as well as a plea in 25 TR 334 that I do not technically represent on, so that the record is clear, but that was part of a global resolution to resolve both matters. She would be entering into this for costs, if I may approach.
You may, thank you. And does she recall if she only has the $250 paid?
Your Honor, she doesn't recall paying anything.
Well, that was the bail.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then yes,
Yeah.
then I believe then that would be all she has paid.
Okay. That's the agreement that you've reached, Ms. Gangelhoff?
Yes,
And it appears from the agreement that you've reached that you believe that you may not be able to get your license back quickly and efficiently.
correct.
All right, so I have in front of me a plea questionnaire waiver of rights form. Do you recognize this document?
Yes,
Just for future reference, Ms. Hanu, if you can, statutes are great and fine, but if you can also put down what she's pleading to too, like possession of THC and ticket, or
Okay.
something like that, that would
Yes,
be
Your Honor.
good. Just for future, because sometimes I don't recall what Wisconsin statute 961.41 paren 3G paren E is. So just makes it easier, especially if we're looking back or need to. So you're pleading guilty to possession of THC simple as well as the operating without valid license.
Yes.
You're 51 years old, 12 years of schooling, read, write, understand the English language.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that your signature on the second page here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did your attorney thoroughly go over this document with you
Yes,
and you understand everything completely?
I do.
Did you understand, you understood everything?
Yes, yes,
And did your attorney go over your constitutional rights with you
yes,
in detail?
yes,
Do you understand them completely?
I do.
Do you need me to go over those rights with you in any more detail?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're waiving and giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that if you're not a citizen of the United States, your plea could result in your deportation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand the state would have to prove as to count 2 possession of THC on or around April 19, 2025, you possessed a substance. The substance was a controlled substance, THC, and you knew or believed that substance was a controlled substance, THC. Do you understand what the state would have to prove?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand maximum possible penalty could be a fine of up to $1,000 or 6 months of incarceration or both?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand with regards to that 25 TR 334 matter that the state would have to prove on or around the same date, time, and place that you operated a motor vehicle without a valid license? Do you understand what the state would have to prove?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that the ticket, the penalty for the ticket would be $200.50? That doesn't include court costs and fees, and 3 points off of your license?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that there's an agreement here for costs only for both of these as well as the points, but I'm not bound to follow that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Said differently, I could sentence you to the maximum penalty.
Yes, Your
Do you still wish to proceed and enter a guilty plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over the criminal complaint with your attorney?
Yes,
Are those facts for the most part accurate?
yes,
Are you pleading guilty to possession of THC and operating without a valid license because you are guilty?
yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Hanu, may the court use the probable cause section of the criminal complaint to find a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone made any threats or promises to you for you to plead guilty today, Ms. Gangelhoff?
No,
You're doing so freely and intelligently, telling the court you fully understand what you're doing
yes, Your Honor.
and voluntarily.
Yes,
Has your attorney represented you competently?
yes,
She's answered all of your questions.
yes,
Has she looked at this matter thoroughly?
yes,
Are you satisfied with their services?
very.
Any questions for the court or your attorney before I proceed?
No, no, Your
As to count 2, possession of THC simple, as well as the TR ticket matter operating without a valid license, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
The court will find your pleas of guilt are done knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. I'm going to find that you understand your constitutional rights and what it means to waive and give up those rights. I'm going to find a factual basis to accept your pleas of guilt. Based on that, I will find you guilty of count 2 in the CF matter and the ticket matter. The other charges will be dismissed and read in for purposes of sentencing. Judgment of conviction will be entered today. Argument, Mr. Vila.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe the joint recommendation in this case is appropriate. This is an individual that's here taking responsibility for her actions today. She previously engaged in AODA along the course of this case, and I think she realized that there's an underlying substance abuse issue that she needs to address. Furthermore, she has no criminal history in Wisconsin. This is a Minnesota resident, and given the fact that she has a very large amount of fines and fees to get her license back there, cost seems like an appropriate avenue in this matter. As such, I would ask the court to adopt. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Ms. Hanu?
Thank you, Your Honor. We would echo with what the state is saying. Ms. Gangelhoff is a Minnesota resident. Placing her in incarceration or on probation makes it unnecessary tied to Wisconsin. By having her plead to costs, that recoups the efforts of time of the employees of Burnett County as well as law enforcement and everybody here today. She's taking responsibility for her actions by coming here and pleading guilty. I think that makes the joint recommendation appropriate.
Thank you. Ms. Gangelhoff, anything you want to add or say to the court?
No, Your Honor.
I do think that this agreement is appropriate. You are taking responsibility for your actions that day. You are addressing any substance abuse needs that you may have. It would simply just waste resources if the court were to put you on probation. And this doesn't rise to the level of a punishment for jail time or anything of that nature. You have significant fines and fees that you owe in Minnesota. I believe it was like almost between $3,000 and $4,000 that you owe. Significant. So it's going to take you a long time to be able to pay those off, to be able to even get your driver's license. So what the court is going to do here is I'm only going to assess the DNA surcharge for the THC. I'll waive the rest of the court costs and fees. And with regards to the ticket, I'm assessing 3 points off of your license. And I'm willing to go down to $114.50 and waive the remaining of the ticket and not add additional court costs and fees.
Here's where the judge shifts from leniency to a serious warning. Even though the court is dramatically reducing the fines and waiving most fees, the message is clear. Mercy comes with condition. The defendant is being given a financial break because she accepted responsibility, and the court believes jail or probation would be excessive. But if she fails to pay within 60 days, that grace disappears fast. Civil judgment, warrant, and potentially jail time are all back on the table. Overall, this hearing highlights two major courtroom realities. First, judges can correct mistakes when fairness requires it. And second, cooperation and accountability often lead to better outcomes than excuses and defiance. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.
This is the lowest, the absolute lowest I can go with the ticket. But I do need to say that needs to be paid within 60 days. If
Okay.
it's not paid within 60 days, not only will a warrant or will a civil judgment be entered against you, but the court will issue a warrant and then you could sit jail, okay, up to 6 months. So just make sure you get that $114.50 paid within 60 days.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Well, it's no sense throwing, good money after bad. If you owe that much, how are you going to pay that off and get your license and pay this off and all of those things? At least somebody's getting, the state's getting their share.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. You have 20 days to appeal. Should you fail to appeal within 20 days, you do lose that right. I do need your DNA though. You're going to need to go to the jail and see if they need to take it. If they do, they'll take it. If they don't, they'll send you on your way. You have the ability to request it be expunged through a written letter to the Department of Justice, not me, the Department of Justice. Easy to do. You can Google it or ask Ms. Hanu. She can work you through it. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you.